Hi, I'm Mandy Star-Jakes.
And I am Beven Ryan Barkman.
And this is the story of us. So little did I know that it all started 4 years ago.
4 years ago, I was driving around with my coworker, Brent, and he asked me if I had a girlfriend or any girl in my life. To which I told him no, and he decided to tell me about this girl that worked at Riverwood. And I decided to go over to the church and check it out. I remember her standing up at the front and saying that she was ready to get married. She was looking for a man.
I do say some random things, and I probably did say, yeah, I wanted to get married on stage. I won't deny that, and I won't confirm that either. So I never knew I actually had a secret admirer, but it turned out Beven was there to check me out. I do remember meeting him. I thought he was a really great guy. I just never thought that we would date.
So in the late summer and fall of 2012, I decided to travel to Europe to visit my buddy Alwyn in Holland, long enough to grow a pretty mean mustache and beard. And so when I got back, I decided I had to shave the beard. They weren't going to let me wear that at work, but I kept the mustache. So my first day back, I'm at the Concordia doing a transfer, and just dropped off a patient near the end of the day. Come walking out, and Mandy comes walking up the ramp.
He had a really dirty mustache. And I thought it was him. And I did say hi, and I wasn't going to. And just something within me just said, yeah, go say hi to him. So I did. And he's like, hey, Mandy, how's it going? I'm like, great, haven't seen you in a few years. Third question in, no word of a lie, he says,
Do you have a ring on that finger?
I was taken aback, to be honest. And I said, no, I don't.
And it turns out that she didn't. And we arranged to meet up for coffee and pursue this relationship a little further. So we went to Cora's for a breakfast. As it turns out, she had a little spy in the midst.
My friend also thought that his mustache was kind of dirty.
Just FYI, make sure that you always know who's around you. And so the breakfast went well, and some would say the rest is history, but there is more to the story. It continues.
So after Cora's, Beven and I hung out a few more times after that throughout December. We went skiing, we went on a sleigh ride with a bunch of friends. But it wasn't until we went up to Pinawa, and it was New Year's Eve. And that was kind of a defining moment because before midnight, one of our friends, their dog went missing. So this whole evening was a mission to find the missing dog in Pinawa. And so we were all taking shifts. It was freezing cold outside. And Beven and I decided, okay, we better help them out to find this little dog.
We go out and we're looking for this dog. And we're walking around and it's really cold, but we take a little moonlit stroll down towards the river.
And under the moonlit sky in Pinawa, pretty much just after midnight, if not before, I asked him if we wanted to be official and start the new year off together.
So of course from there, the relationship went really well over the next few weeks, and I decided that Mandy was the one, and it was time to put a ring on that finger that had been empty at the Concordia, and I wasn't going to let anyone else ask her that question without her having a better answer than she had for me. So I talked about it with her, and we decided to go ring shopping. As it turns out, she has some friends that are in the jewelry business. Because she has a star in her name, we decided to make a ring that was custom. We went online, and I found a really nice shooting star design, and it was kind of tense because it took a little while for this ring to be made, and I knew that I was going to ask the question, and Mandy knew as well, but she didn't know how and when this was going to happen.
2 weeks of waiting for a ring felt like eternity. I love my ring. I love my ring. I love my ring.
And I decided to do it at Birdsville Park, which was significant for us because our second date after the Cora's date was actually cross-country skiing. It was a cold day, it was snowing, I remember that, and it was windy. And so I went down the same trail to the same lookout tower on the Chickadee Trail, and that's where this was going to happen.
I knew kind of right away because he said, I forgot the matches. And I was like, who cares? We're going on a hike for what? And I thought, something is up. And then I also saw 2 sets of footprints in the snow.
So we hiked up to this trail, and as soon as she set foot on the stair to go up to the top, she saw the table that was up there.
And there's a table set with a rose and 2 champagne glasses, and I think I just literally froze. And Beven had to push me up
I guided her up the stairs.
because I didn't even know what was going on. Because it's not every day a lady gets engaged.
I opened up the box, took the ring out, dropped down to a knee,
So he gets down on one knee.
said some stuff that she doesn't remember,
He said something, I don't recall what,
and she had a cry.
and I froze and I started crying and I said yes.
She said yes. She said yes.
And then I made him go down on his knee again so I could take a picture. We of course went to my parents first to show them the ring, and then we went to my friend Erica's and watched the Country Music Awards. And I don't like country music very much.
So I don't think it's a coincidence meeting Mandy again at the Concordia Hospital, and I think that God has a role to play, had a role to play in our lives so far, and with us coming together, and He's going to continue to have that role, and we're going to continue to put Him in the middle, knowing that without Him, we wouldn't have each other.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah.
And the rest of the story is yet to come. You look like a Mexican Mennonite. I asked him. Woo! You should be like, and I said yes. I mean, I said yes! Waiting for the ring? I don't know. It's all crooked.
Is it?
Just sit there, and just like normal. It's crooked. Hang on.
I can't see it.
I know. So,
You're deburring me.
there.
It's like engagement pictures.
In a cornfield.
Yeah.
We should get a pitchfork with our hats.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Oh, like your straw hat.
Like, you know, you stand ma and pa in the
In the
cornfield.
cornfield.